Hi guys, Jeff Gamble, Indianapolis, Indiana, and I'm super excited that I've been able to partnership with Jennifer Mitchell. We've actually known each other for several years. I actually introduced her to my girlfriend, and we've all become really good friends, and I was able to share an opportunity with her that had been shared with us, and she actually got excited and has decided to partnership with us. We need a huge favor from you. We actually wanted to let you know what we do, so if you ever come across the right person, you have the ability to refer us. And the topic actually affects so many people, the topic of credit repair. The reason credit repair affects so many people is because a third of America has a credit score underneath 620. Another third of America has a credit score between 620 and 720, and then a third of America has a credit score above 720. So it's actually, a third of America could use credit repair, a third of America needs to use credit repair, and a third of America probably could help the other two-thirds. So why credit repair meant so much to me is I was a financial mess growing up. I actually got married at the age of 19 while I was in college, and a few months later I decided to quit school. And I came home and told my parents, my mom who's a school teacher, my dad who's a college professor, I'd be like, hey, I'm quitting school and gonna do the whole be my own business, be my own boss thing. And they were like, not a good idea. They were actually pissed. But I did it anyway. And about 6 months after that, I found out I was sick. I went into the doctor, went into another doctor. Eventually they led me to a specialist, and the specialist's like, sorry to tell you this, but you have cancer. Which spiraled into 2 surgeries, 6 months of chemotherapy. It was pretty awful. I did make it. I am alive, but I also owed it. I owed almost $250,000 in debt from being in the hospital for 6 months, the 2 surgeries, all the medication, and everybody who passed by. And I said, okay, now what? I said, well, I'm going to have to find something that makes a lot of money. I don't want to file bankruptcy. I just want to pay this off. I'm going to get out of this. So I was watching a lot of late night TV about real estate and real estate flipping, so I ended up getting into real estate. In 36 months, I was actually able to buy and sell and flip 18 properties various ways, traditional financing, wholesaling, subject to. It was a blast, actually. I ended up building a real estate company here in Indianapolis. We got it to 15 people, including myself. Things were looking good. We were making great money. I thought this was going to be the way out. I ended up getting my dream house, about 3,000 square feet, 4-bedroom, 2-car garage, literally on the corner with the white picket fence and the car in the garage. I mean, everything you'd think, would be success. And unfortunately, 2007 and 2008 happened. In a period of like 3 months, we went from making all this money to everything starting to slow down to 3 months later, everything crashing. I found myself moving from that house to a friend's apartment, sleeping on his couch, spending the last $1,000 I had to buy a $600 truck that didn't have any brakes. It was just a manual 4 on the floor. I had to actually put it in gear so that way it wouldn't roll away. It actually did one time. I had to chase it down and jump in the car before it hit another car. Sorry about that, but it didn't hit anybody, so we're good. And I mean, everything just went to hell. My marriage fell apart, ended up divorced, and that brought me in front of an attorney. And I turned in all the paperwork and everything they asked for, and the attorney added it all up with my credit report and everything. And he's like, well, unfortunately, you owe approximately $3 million. And he's like, when you were in debt $3 million, there is no payment plan for that. So you have the following 3 choices. Number 1, you can get on a plane and fly somewhere we can't find you. And that actually sounded really, really good at that time. But I didn't do that. He said, second, you could actually win the lottery, or maybe you got a rich relative or somebody who can help you out, and I didn't have that either. And he's like, third, you're going to have to file bankruptcy and start all over again. So unfortunately, that's what I had to do. I had to file Chapter 7. I had to wipe everything out. I can't remember, it was 37 or 38 negative items on my credit report. It was awful. 60 days later, that bankruptcy discharged. I actually called a friend of mine, Brian. I said, pull my credit. And he's like, why, you trying to buy a house already? I'm like, no, I just want to get started fixing this. Because I was in a situation where I had nothing. I was like, I need to figure out how to put this back together and put it back together fast. So I read the Fair Credit Reporting Act of 1971. I read 3 books on credit repair. Life After Bankruptcy was one of them. Credit Repair for Dummies was a second. And then there was another book called Credit Repair. And I put a 6-step system plan in place to basically put my credit back together. And day 1, I started implementing it. Within 4 days, I had established credit. I ended up doing disputes. I sent out all the letters. I went through this 6 steps, and here's the result. My credit score went from a 400, 400, 500, just over 500, coming out of the bankruptcy, to 7 months later, I had a 691, just over 700, and a 729. What does that mean? That means everything on my credit report, I got cleared up, it read the right way, or it got deleted, it got removed. Ever since then, I've been helping people put credit back together. And some friends of mine who knew me as that guy, the guy who could help people get their credit back on track, brought me an opportunity in December of 2017, just about a few months ago. And they said, look, we want you to take a look at this company out of Michigan. It's Farmington Hills, Michigan, just outside of Detroit, and they've been doing credit repair since 2004. And for the last 14 years, they've been doing that, but for the first 10 years of that 14 years, they did it traditional advertising. They just advertised and did, fix people's credit. And about 4 years ago, they decided to do two things. First of all, they started an outside sales force, but secondly, they actually put together this protection plan membership and put a bunch of services together as one package to sell. And here's what that package includes. Credit repair is number one. Number two is a credit builder program teaching you how to get credit and how to increase your limit. 3 is credit attorneys. The attorneys are there in case of litigation or help with payment plans. 4, smart credit. Smart credit is like Credit Karma, where you get all 3 scores, all 3 bureaus, and consistent updates. 5, LifeLock. Number 1 identity theft program in America. Makes sense. If you're going to fix your credit, keep it that way. 6, Debt Zero. It's a program that teaches you how to get out of debt along with some counseling. 7, My Care Plan. My Care Plan provides wills and trusts to families. Last love letter to the family, something you're supposed to have, most people don't. Number 8 is something called Financial Lockbox. Financial Lockbox is like a file in cyberspace where you, like Dropbox, you basically upload everything to, but it's passcode protected along with the beneficiary. So you can put your social, you can put your birth certificate, you can put your car note, your house note, your life insurance. That way everything's kind of in one place, so in case something would happen, you could press a button. Fire, theft, you lose stuff like me, you could press a button and get all that stuff back. We also have 3 savings plans. We've got a website to save money shopping, we've got a website to save money traveling, we've got a website to save money off of prescriptions. And then we have an education portal that teaches kids about finance. So that whole plan is wrapped up into one plan called the Protection Plan Membership. And the Protection Plan Membership is $89 a month, and it's month to month. Which I thought was kind of impressive because most credit repair costs more than $89 by itself, let alone all the other services. There's a one-time $99 startup, so it costs $188 to get started to put this back together, and $89 a month thereafter until you basically get to where you need to go. The number one question I get is, how long does it take? On average, it takes 40 to 45 days to see the first round of updates, the first changes to the report, and it takes most people, and this isn't from our company, from FES, Financial Education Services, which is the name of our company. It's not their statistic, it's my statistic that I've used over probably the last 20 years of helping people do this. It takes 3 to 6 months for most people to get to where they need to go. Only about 10% of people ever need more than 6 months to kind of get everything straightened out and back on track. With that being said, I tested the program. I still was kind of skeptical that they said it was automated, but I clicked into the back office. I clicked everything I needed to click. I had good credit, but the computer system found 3 potential items that could be negative. So they said, do you want to dispute these? I clicked yes. I provided them with the information I needed. I got a packet in the mail a week later. That packet basically had 3 packets inside of it to each one of the credit bureaus with everything already pre-written and pre-done. All I had to do was sign each one of them, put them in 3 separate envelopes, and mail them off to the 3 credit bureaus. So I did that in mid-December. The end of January, I got basically a message on my phone that said FES alert. So I looked at it, and it said FES, through our service, has been able to remove 2 of the 3 negative items, and your credit score has increased 41 points. I was like, I'm still skeptical. I mean, that's how skeptical I am. I was skeptical of the number. So I went over to another site where I had my credit done, and I looked at it, and that was absolutely correct. It went up 41 points. What impressed me wasn't the points. What impressed me was the time frame and the fact that it was automated. I didn't have to speak to a single person. So with that, I'm like, that's really a marketable program of something that you can just refer to somebody and the system does the work. So with that, I got back on the phone with my friends. I said, what exactly is this company looking for? What kind of people? And they said, look, there's three kinds of people we're looking for, and the company's expanding fast all over North America. So let me just give you a rundown of the three types of people we look for. Number one is inside sales rep, somebody who sells that credit repair program, and basically talks people through the steps and shows them the website and actually physically leads them through the sign-up process. Anybody who does that, that's part of our company, gets paid $100 bonus for every person that they refer over, plus $12 a month every time somebody makes their payment from that. So you actually get to build like a book of business. This is a spare time. This is a part-time position that people work with us. A lot of people work from home. Not a necessity, but we have an office here in Carmel. The second type of person we look for does corporate accounts. Real estate companies, mortgage companies, auto dealerships, tax franchises, loan modification places, anybody who deals with lots of people who need credit help. We can actually set up a corporate account. And the third type of person we're looking for is a recruiter trainer. I like to say there's really only two things we do. Inside of FES, we basically sell the protection plan membership, and then we recruit people who sell the protection plan membership. It's pretty simple. The recruiter trainer, we're looking for somebody who, again, part-time or spare time would like to make more money, but also maybe more of a management, maybe more of a leadership position. It's a trainable position. Anybody can do it. And the best news is we actually have a lead program that goes along with it. So the majority of the time, you're just qualifying people to see if they're the right person. So that's the three types of people that we're looking for. That's what we do. We just appreciate you watching. Obviously, if you know of somebody who needs this, get back with Jennifer. She can get you to the right information. If you're interested more in the money, again, get back with Jennifer. She can give you the details, and if she can't get you all the information, she can get me on the phone, and we'll answer all your questions. Make sure you get on the right track. We thank you for watching, and have a great day.